Again? Oh, balls, I pressed new game. No. Back. Load game. That's the one I was looking for. Back in the abandoned cave. Go, and yes, I was dying of scarlet rot. How fun. Right, good. Right, I've got Bloodhound Step. I've got my scythes leveled up, although for some reason I leveled up to... What? I'm now deeply confused. Oh right, it was so I could... Why don't I just find the type of thing I'm looking for? Oh well. Okay, so I've got my twin scythes. Now I need to get a second version of Bloodhound Step so that I can have it equipped on both. If I have it equipped on both, I'll be able to do something, I'm sure. I could level up the lone wolves. Although the plan is still to go Omen, Killer, Rolo, or the Rotten although I guess the wolves, who for some reason are called lone wolves, even though there's 3 of them, they're not a bad option. Either that, or I could just find a generic, like say the what do you call it? Knights. But any of the knights, really. There's the Mausoleum Knights. I have no idea where those are. I'm gonna look it up real quick. As far as I'm aware, because the Mausoleum Knights would be a fun summon. Mausoleum Knights. Elden Ring. Just check out where to find them. Oh, the Deep Root Depths. Oh, that's great. I know how to get... No, I don't know how to get there. How did I get to the Deep Root Depths again? I have no memory of how to get there. Oh, great. Oh, Patches. That's what I need to do next. Patches, douchebag that he is next on my list of things to do, because once I've sent him on his merry way up to, Volcano Manor, and I need to change up my scythes again so that I have the one with Bloodhound Step equipped in the right hand. Anyway, once I send Patches up to that manor, he will be able to give me a special quest which will give me the Bull Goat's armor set. Now I'm not planning to use that. I'm not planning to use the main armor piece, but I am planning to use it in all of the others. Also, might as well equip this. I'm farming anyway, I might as well have it. Well, not farming exactly, but not playing super aggressively. Not playing anything that'll matter. I'm probably not going to be losing any runes, so I might as well pick up some extras. I certainly don't need poise. Well, obviously I need a bit of poise, but I doubt Patches will be able to even land many hits on me, let alone kill me on his own. Oh, right, yeah, of course, the invasion. Where is he? Oh, he's there. Hey. Yeah, whatever.
And justice blood.
I'm not even gonna bother grabbing that. Might as well just say hi to Patches. I now pick this up. Except I don't even have to pick it up, do I? Well, now he goes and has a fit. Oh, hey Patches. Wow, you don't deal a lot of damage, do you?
Wait, please! I surrender! White flag and all!
Not that killing you isn't fun, it really is, but oh well, I'll let him surrender.
Finally come round, have you?
Peace off.
You would? You're a lady of reason, through and through. Well, what do you know? Now, how did I get? I took you for a demi-human, an innocent mistake. Well, water under the bridge. Now we're squared up.
Hey, Pav.
True.
Yeah, shut up. Skip all the dialogue. There we are. I'm back out here. And he should be ready. He should be a shop next time I see him. And why am I going here? Next for Patches. Honestly, I have no idea where I'm even going next. I've been through the secret tunnel. I don't know the way down to the deep root depths, other than through the, whatever you call it. Because the next one is definitely the deep root depths. That's where I need to go. How do I get down to the city? I've completely forgotten how to get there. There is the one way down, but I'm pretty sure I was told about another in my last stream. Something about Radahn. But I haven't killed Radahn yet. How have I not killed Radahn yet? Right, well, I guess that's next on the list then. I've got to go and kill Radahn. Because I might as well get the Mimic Tear. That'll be my next next major thing to have. Grab the Mimic Tear. Improve my endurance even more. Hooray! I also do need to figure out how to make my scythes heavy affinity. To work. Let's go. Screw this. Poison damage. Oh shite, it's another one of you bastards. I'm good, Pav. How about you? I just did work. Here's a little life lesson for you, my friend. Never, if you can possibly avoid it, work a Valentine's Day lunch shift in a McDonald's. It's simultaneously depressing and very annoying. Wow, you just have line infinite boys, don't you? There you go, dead. Does he drop anything I might want? You know what would be like really cool if any of these guys dropped an upgrade for Torrent so he becomes a bigger horse. That would be a cool way. Actually, it would be cool if your character got bigger as you scaled strength and or stamina. Just a little bit bigger, right? Well, for one thing, Pav, you have to actually come to the conclusion that, oh my god, these morons decided to go on a Valentine's Day meal, lunch, to a McDonald's. It's kind of sad. I don't say that because you know, taking them out somewhere cheap. Cheap is fine. Take someone out somewhere cheap. I have no problem with that. But a McDonald's? The food's crap. I only eat it because it's literally given to me free because I work there. The food is dog shit. Nobody should be eating that. It astonishes me that we have customers. But my point still stands. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing to bring your date somewhere cheap for Valentine's Day, but holy crap, you can do better than McDonald's. It's like the worst in the cheap, fairly cheap price range. Frankly, food from a street vendor is better. And chances are, anywhere you'll be sitting will be cleaner than the places you can sit at McDonald's too. Because I know the guy who cleans the lobby. He is incompetent. And up we go. Away from wherever this is going to be. Wait, is there something? Oh right, yeah, an Ash of War. I've forgotten about that. I might as well get the Ash of War since there's no one to get in my way apart from those flying things. Oh, Flaming Strike. Yes, I've forgotten that. It's not a bad one. Piss off. You guys too. I don't need to be poisoned right now. I also don't care if you do poison me. Oh, on. Hop. Die. Climb. Oh look, it's the lions with the swords attached to their arms, which just must be a really inconvenient way to live if you're a lion. It's not like they have opposable thumbs, they can't take them off. What you have done then is sentenced a lion to one day be rolling around, enjoying itself on the floor like a big pussycat, and then, inevitably, stabbing itself through the guts. Of course, given that this is Elden Ring, that thing can probably stab itself through the guts a great many times before it actually dies. Ah, yes, of course. The age-old way to attract anyone in a video game. Ominous fucking chanting. Champions consist of one delusional jar, one guy who's here just because, one person who's here really for no reason, and 4 ghosts. Why are there 4 ghosts here?
Are you good and prep the festival?
Oh yes, a festival, sure.
Before we begin, allow me to paint you the full picture.
Yes, we get it. The guy went mental after fighting a woman who nuked him with a chemical weapon. The chemical weapon turned him into a lunatic. He now wanders the plains of his last battlefield, completely bloody insane. Now, we're going to kill the insane bastard on his floaty horse. Yeah, Pav, I'm not I'm not like complaining about the ghost's existence. I'm just saying, like, how did I know for a fact that at least one of those ghosts dies on the other side of the map. How does his ghost get here when he dies in the capital? I don't know, it just makes very little sense. Then again, so do most things in Elden Ring. Hey Radons, time to start shooting me. Bye-bye now. Oh, good. Oh, come on. Yeah, it wouldn't bother me so much if the arrows didn't literally change their trajectory to arc towards me. Or if my arrows, when I shot people, did the same. Or if in fact it was possible to shoot an arrow in Elden Ring that fast. From any bow. Whatsoever. Okay, that's one death already. Okay. Hooray, he doesn't even do his annoying... Oh, yes, he does. He's going to, isn't he? Yes, he is. One fucking kukri can kill this guy. And I just need to dodge a meteor. Yes, he dies. Good job. We killed him! Hooray! Now, next thing I need to do is go and chat to the wolf, because I might eventually need to do Rani's questline. He was a mentalist, dude. But okay, fine, whatever.
I, on the other hand, one hit was all it took to crack me. After that, and as such...
And that is legitimately not what happened. We were just in the exact same fight. You didn't die. But whatever. Again, and what? Why can't I go there? Oh right, because I can't fast travel anywhere until I rest at this site of grace. I don't know why I can't fast travel anywhere before resting at this site of grace, but who cares? Back to Fort Farah. Once I'm here, quick head to the west, and oh, would you look at that? Some rocks floating in the sky. Forever. That makes sense. You know, I sure hope nothing was attached to that meteor that just hit the ground. I honestly don't know if anything was attached to that meteor that just hit the ground. I have no fucking clue. But whatever. Okay, now I have a different question. Which is, why are the shadows of the rocks moving? Why were the shadows of the rocks moving just now when they weren't before? Oh, who cares? Why on earth would we expect something that was voted Game of the Year several years ago to be devoid of dumb bugs like shadows moving for no reason? Or even to... How the fuck did this thing win Game of the Year? Look, I'm not saying it's a bad game. Well, I'm just saying it's a, solid 7 out of 10 game. It's a big game, sure. But holy fuck, I mean, there were better games that came out in the same year as this. Hop. Hop. Whee! I'm now parkouring around. Oh, look, a torch. That's going to be very unuseful. Now, as per usual, the most simplistic way is usually the pressed one. Run past everything. Bye-bye. Toes and Chin are in voice right now. That's cool. I cannot join them. My voice is otherwise engaged. Although I say otherwise engaged, there's only one person listening to me. I'm sure someone else might turn up. Even if they don't, I'm genuinely just... I really just stream with a headset on to make it seem like talking to myself is, something to be done, not a sign of my insanity. Now, down through the city. One, you die. Hey! Other one, dead. What else can I kill here? Oh, speaking of which, I'm getting shot at. Do I care? No! Because even if any of those very slow arrows do hit me, which that one didn't, it won't really matter very much, will it? Because it won't do much damage. You die too, and you. You often have some Yes, I do often have arguments with Toes when we're playing. Last night, do you know what she did? This is something that Shin found very amusing as it was happening, and I'm sure from objectively it was quite funny, just not particularly funny when it was happening to me. Toes, as I was taking a control ward, having used my oracle lens, not a control ward, a regular ward, having used my oracle lens to reveal it, she takes the last hit on it. So it classes as her clearing the ward. And then... Oh, for fuck's sake. Dude, take the hint. You can't win this one. And then shoots the red blast cone I was standing next to and yeets me halfway across the map. Well, not halfway across the map, just a tiny bit. I know you're pedantic, so I'll make that clear. It wasn't even an improved by the Chemtech Drake blast cone. It wasn't even a chem plant. It was just a regular blast cone. But still, for fuck's sake. She stole my ward and yeeted me across the map. And then literally, not even 15 seconds later, she went, "Help! Help!" And I literally yelled in the chat, "I'm not fucking helping you!" Okay, so I've got to deal with this motherfucker now. Wow, he just has way more health than I do. And kukris! I'd forgotten he had kukris. Come on, one more hit and he dies. Well, he dies, she dies? Oh yeah, I'm playing as a... Oh fuck it, no character I ever play is genuinely has a gender, so I don't give a fuck. The Mimic Tear is dead. Hooray! I was meant to pick up the Mimic Tear after that. Is it? Oh no, it's later on. I get that, isn't it? In the other place. That reminds me. Do I have a stone sword key? Now we are. I'm now a highly mobile tank. Let's just have a quick look at this though. Oh fuck, this lowers my physical attack? That's annoying. Right. That there is where I'm going to fight the Lord of Blood later on. This is one of those annoying set fire to all of the braziers things, and I'm going the wrong way. I think. I am, yes. I think there's a way back though, so I'm not. You have no idea what to talk about. I don't know. We can talk about League if you want. Well, there is no way back up, so I guess I've completely screwed myself. I have no idea, mate. What can we talk about League? Well, generally we speak about League a lot. I'm sure there's some things we haven't yet spoken of. I had a really great game with Shin and Toes last night. This was the same one where Toes yeeted me across the map, and Shin somehow managed to suck before the game even started by picking Smite on a Kai'Sa. Luckily, I had the absolute ideal lanes, which is to say I had lanes which could follow up on ganks brilliantly well. I had the... Oh, balls, I went the wrong way. I had the wonderful fight with, I had a good fighter tank on top lane in the form of Set. Where the fuck? This way, maybe? That's gotta be the one. I had Set on the top lane, who just works so well with Vi, it's ridiculous. I mean, the two of them are a brilliant combination. I really like playing with them. Oh, I forgot to get the thing. Great! I forgot to get it, didn't I? Joy. Oh well. I had Set, who's one of the best top laners to follow up a gank, and one of the best mid laners to follow it up in the form of an Ahri. Oh yes, that conversation we had yesterday. Have you given any more thoughts to it? Outmaneuvering enemies tends to be your thing, which is quite amusing, although I'd say, yeah, definitely outmaneuvering them is the best way to put it. Well, it's hard to really put into words how one would play around that. I mean, Zed, obviously, you and I play well together when you play Zed on mid, and I play most of my main junglers. Vi's a good example, but Jarvan's another good one, and yeah, mostly Vi and Jarvan, I guess, for me. Obviously, I play others. I think you and I have had a few very good games where I've played Sejuani. A few decent ones with me on Nautilus. My point is, Zed's got really great kill pressure when you follow up, and his roams are tough. But for every real good gank you and I have managed to pull off together, there's also been those colossal fuck-ups where we've both ended up just going in completely the wrong way. Like, do you remember that time, well, it's not just the fact that Zed's and Azir too, in a way. Your champions have the ability to get into and out of a fight very well. But of course that means that sometimes you're going to go in as a Zed, I'm going to follow up as Vi, and then you'll dash back to your clone, and I'll be left alone with no real damage, being killed by enemies. And of course, for every time like that, there's also the fact that Zed, Azir, they have no real, well, apart from Azir's ult, they have no real crowd control. Which is to say, there's plenty of times where if I miss my Q, or if my R, or if we're against an enemy that my R doesn't work on, yeah, player, but Zed, even if Zed's shadow is there, that's still only half the DPS you can actually put out. Because your real body isn't there anymore. And if your real body's not there anymore, you can only really put out about 50% of the damage. And 50% of the damage is rarely enough to actually kill someone, especially if we're going up against 3 enemies with just the 2 of us. You know, even if a couple of them are at low health, it's still an unfortunate just... I know your shadows do the same thing. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm saying even if it's just your shadow, that's only half the damage. Because Zed's kit is built for him to be doing everything doubled. Once by him and once by his shadow. If you're only taking... That's why Zed does so much damage, because he's doing it twice. If you look at his actual damage output, take away the damage from his shadow, he does less than a lot of other assassins. But what he does have is misdirection with his shadows, and crucially, the ability to deal lots of extra damage by making his shadows attack. Oh, for fuck's sake. You see my point? If the Zed's only left behind his clone, clones are good for getting picks, sure. But if you're in a fight, you really need all of the damage if you actually want to kill anything 100 to 0. Especially if it's multiple enemies at once. You want to be multiplying your damage. Doc, you know I can't read all of that, right? Look, I don't need the full explanation of of all of Zed's kit. My point still wasn't even that. My point was that while Zed's oh shit, there's a person here. I don't know, I wasn't really paying that much attention. I was doing stuff, there was a huge message. It cropped about halfway across the screen. I have no idea where. This fucker won't talk to me. Is he not talking to me because I tried to stab him with a scythe? Oh, who cares? And Doc, besides that, my point still stands that your champion's easy enough to play around in a lane, but once the laning phase ends, it's, assuming you're not heavily ahead, it's quite hard to play around you. Because they're champions that... Pav, what are you saying? Like I don't need to be near the enemy yes, you do. Not to kill them, obviously. You can kill an enemy from far away, but you can't 100 to 0 them. Like the other day, I think we ganked a bot lane which was, I believe, a Leona and a Jinx or something like that. You dashed in with your clone and I dashed in after you. They were both pretty much at full health. And even though the... there we are. And even though the fight went well right at the beginning, you were then gone, because you dashed back. And yes, your clone dealt some damage, but it didn't deal enough damage. It didn't deal as much damage if it had been both you and your clone both there. Is what I'm saying. Oh, motherfucker. What the fuck? Like, how am I meant to avoid... Oh, fucking yeah, I'm supposed to just not hit him at all when he cloaks himself in poison. Oh well. I didn't go into that with full mana. That's annoying. Still, player, as per usual, you're completely missing the point of what I'm actually saying. I don't give a fuck if sometimes the problem is basically just that Zed can deal 75% effective damage if he's at close range or whatever. The problem is not intrinsically tied to Zed's occasionally being only half in a fight. Zed has brilliant neutral game, I know this. He only needs to be half in a fight a lot of the time. But the problem is, he's very hard to play around because while you may misdirect your enemies, you also accidentally misdirect your allies a lot of the time. Well, I never know if you're going in for a full-on fight, which generally speaking, you'll show up and then put down your clone right next to you, and the two of you essentially doing a huge amount of damage. Or if you're drop a clone before, back off, and fucking hell, where is the poison? I can't see it. can't see shit! I have no idea how to even get away from this fucker. Oh, fuck you! Fuck! Oh, fucking I lost all my runes. Oh well. Fuck, I hate this boss. Point still stands. Your champions, Azir, Echo, Zed, they're hard to play around because of how tricky they are. It's hard for me to know what you're going to do, unlike, say, a set. The more options you have, also the harder it is to play for your allies to play around you. And you, Doc, I'm afraid, are not particularly good at playing around other people. Oh, for fuck's sake! What the fuck? I dodged that. Oh, good. Poison. Well, Doc, I'm afraid if you're going to play champions that... If you're not going to trust people while playing, you need to reconsider your playstyle. God, I hate this boss! They deal so much fucking damage, and it is impossible to burst them down quickly enough. Do I have anything like... Oh, magic shit. I might be able to... If I equip that onto them, maybe? The thing is, Doc, if you don't trust people, that's fine. But the champions you play are a lot like Master Yi, who have no utility in your kit, or very little anyway. Azir can control space, Zed has good kill pressure. But for the most part, the champions you play don't provide much utility in a team fight. You have no sustain, well, apart from Echo has self-sustain, yes, and Azir and Zed both have disengage. But my point is, fucking hell, what? No, no, no! Fuck you! Where the... How am I meant to fucking know where anything is if I can't see where the fucking enemies are coming from? If I can't see the fucking poison, how am I meant to dodge it? I couldn't even see that motherfucker blasting his poison out behind me. How was I meant to dodge what I can't fucking see? There's two enemies. And there goes all of my damage. Do I have anything that could... Right, this one raises my attributes. Okay, Doc, can you hear me any better now? Again. What the fuck? I dodged that. Shit tracks during the fucking animation. So there's some kind of white noise. I'm guessing the white noise has something to do with my cat's water fountain. In the same room. First one dealt with. just in time, so I don't have to worry about the second one. I don't need to make money about being ganked. Okay. Now I just fight this guy, poke him down. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm a little busy right now, Doc. I'll deal with it in a sec, but for now, I'm kind of... Fuck you, fucking axe. Okay. I thought he'd raised his arm above his head with a sword, but he hadn't raised shit. That was his twin blade, and it was attached to his back, and fuck you, he's still doing that! Ugh. This guy's so annoying! Still, his attacks are very predictable, so I at least don't have to worry. Heck, I could probably whittle the fucker down with kukris if I need to. Apart from the fact that he can dodge kukris, because sure, why wouldn't the giant boss be able to dodge the tiny knife being thrown at it? Fucking logic. Ugh. Stupid game design. Oh, fuck. And I'm running very low on mana too. Oh, what the fuck? No, no, no! Fuck you! Regen my health. Okay, just a couple more. That fucker was standing in the air just a second ago. I have no idea how, but who cares? Exactly, yeah, he dodges them while crawling. There you go. You're dead. Deal with these guys in a one-on-one scenario. The problem was just trying to get the fucking kill on one of them while the other was poisoning me from the other side. Oh well. 30k runes. That's not the important bit. The important bit is, I think, there's a way to the deep roots shite around here, and it is in that coffin. Onward! Yep, rest in coffin, because that's totally a normal thing to do. This is a very strange form of fast travel. But sure, why not? A coffin rising up a waterfall. Hooray, the deep root depths. Slight problem, I have no map for this area, so I don't even know where anything is. Still, not that that's much of an issue, considering the fact that I also wouldn't know where I'm going even if I did know where anything was. Anyway, player. Toes is putting stuff in the Discord group, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what you want to talk about your playstyle. You seemed pretty happy with my analysis of it yesterday, but you don't seem very, I don't know, You don't seem particularly sure of what to do with this information. Like, what do you, like, want to glean from this, apart from some slightly more understanding of how you play League? I mean, you know the champions you play, you know how to play them. North, towards the cliff, follow the edge. Basically just head north, apparently. North is the other way, great. Oh, I can at least follow some of my horse, that's nice. I didn't even get the Mimic Tear. Oh well. I'm not even looking for the Mimic Tear because I'm not getting the Mimic Tear, am I? I'm getting the Mausoleum Knights. So I reckon, like, the whole Grim Reaper thing... So I look like a Grim Reaper with the creepy... What the hellfire is this? No, I did not sign up for an ant's nest. Oi, dickheads. Eat fucking kukri. That's one. Oh, great. Now they're ganging up on me from the other side. Oh, you think the noises are gone? Good. Hey, cool, giant rune. That's nice. Oh, ballsack. There's more of these guys. Wow, there's loads of these guys. Like a really, really huge amount of them. And oh, good, more ants. No, that's not fair. Oh, come on, they're falling from the ceiling. Bollocks! Right. I didn't quite get all the runes there, but at least I didn't die. That's nice. I still have literally no idea where I'm going. Am I going the right way? Am I going the wrong way? It says head north until you find the mausoleum. There's a mausoleum... Is it in this direction? Is it in the other direction? I haven't the foggiest. I don't know, player. I'm a little confused as to what you particularly want. Like, if you say you're only, as far as I can actually tell, you don't seem to have any criticisms with your own playstyle. So I don't know what you're really asking when you say... You said yesterday you enjoyed hearing my analysis of your playstyle, but... I don't particularly know what you want me to say, because... Well, I've said many things about it. I really don't know what you... You don't remember saying what? Remember, Doc, I say a lot of words, and there's usually a pretty big gap between me saying something and you hearing it. I think there's like a 10 to 15 second gap. So I don't know what particular part of all of what I just said you mean you don't remember saying. What do you not remember saying, Doc? There's a fucker on a horse following me. Don't want there to be a fucker on a horse following me. Oh, look! Please let this be it. Please let this be it. Yes! That's what I wanted. Oh! Now there is not a fucker with a horse, but there is a fucker with a bow. That's even more annoying. Not even more annoying, but I'd say equally so. Oh, good. I've heard that these things, as the spirits summon, are not particularly aggressive. Doc, if you're on AFK... You literally said that yesterday. I analysed your playstyle, you said it was interesting. You said you wanted to hear more of it yesterday before we finished talking because you had to go. So you're only playing the one game, and then I started analysing different playstyles and complaining about how hard it is to play around Zeds, because... No, it wasn't that, it was because you played Yasuo. I remember you... All I can read from that is, yes, I remember saying I was it, so I'm guessing that the follow-up to that is interested. So, yes, you remember saying you were interested. Okay. I should really just run this stream on the phone while I'm playing. Would make playing a bit easier sometimes. Of course, it does have a glitch when I do that, but whatever. Yes, you remember saying it was interesting. Okay. So my point still stands. I mean, the information is only interesting if it's useful. What do you plan to do with this interesting, as you put it, information? Assuming you plan to do anything with it at all. Rank climbing. Oof. Honestly, I haven't done that very much yet. Like, I try, but you know, usually there's at least a couple of you guys online. You, Toes, Shin, Mike. Shin's been playing on Gengar's account during the days, and then Toes is Mike usually online in the evenings. I don't know, I generally just end up playing with you guys instead of trying to solo climb. Which isn't, like, unpleasant or anything, it's just... As you know, ideally I would like to rank up rank flex more than solo queue, but I know we're not going to do that because you don't like playing ranked, and even if you did, there's like 4 of us most of the time. Assuming Mike isn't with us. If Mike or Mohammed are involved, then we could be 5. But even so, if you're there, we don't usually play ranked, and not to mention, it would be a bit unfair playing ranked with Shin if he's stuck in a role he doesn't particularly like. Well, not particularly like. He likes playing ADC perfectly well, but my point is, he is a support man. So he'd be playing ranked in a role that's not his main. Because obviously Toes only plays support, as we know. Which is fine, I mean, not bad to her. If she wants to just play support, that's okay. Well, sister. What should I do now? I've not been to... Have I been to Carrier Manor? I've done Radon, so... Yeah, I should probably go to Carrier Manor next. Just so that I might be able to start Rani's questline if I need to. Again, Rani's questline is long and tedious, has no unique bosses in it. It doesn't give me anything I want. There's very little reason for me to actually go there. I may as well just head to the capital so I can continue the story. Although I would quite like to also level up these Mausoleum Ash Knights, so... Although I may end up just going and getting the Mimic there, because I have a lot of health, not so much mana. I can summon the Mausoleum Knights if I need some tankier bruisers, but yeah, I can only buy the Ghost Glowforts now, and I have Ghost Glowfort up to 6, which would give me a very good leveled spirit summon. The problem with that, of course, being yeah, these guys are grave glowthwort, not ghost. So I could just like nip into different mausoleums. I mean, there's one there I know of. There's another one. Down here. One there. One there for number 1 and 2 are there. Get Ghost Glowthwort 3 from around here. Somewhere along here, anyway. Past the side of the cliff. Glowthwort 4 from one of the mausoleums, not mausoleums, crypts, catacombs, that's it, up here. 5. Are there any catacombs around here I can readily remember? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are some. Grave Glowthwort. Oh yes, of course. There's this one up here, which has Grave Glowthworts in it too. And there's the ones at the volcano. So, okay, that's what I'm doing now. Should be a quick. I say quick. Should be a very annoying, but not too long thing to do. I'm under the impression you are gone. Which is fine. Oh, you're not gone. Okay, this is weird then, because it says I am watching my stream on my phone right now, and you're watching my stream on something right now, and yet my stream is very definitively claiming to have 1 viewer. It really doesn't matter. PC, yes. As per usual, pal. Oh, balls. Wrong way. That. Your question marks, your okays, your... Me saying, watching this on your whatever, and you're feeling the need to tell me PC, rather than saying something along the lines of, yeah, it's weird how my watching your stream doesn't register with YouTube. I don't know, it's cool. It's a bit weird sometimes, but I don't know. We're all a bit weird. Fuck. Dead. We're all a bit weird on occasion. You just sort of pick up on little details of things and make them the subject and like respond to tiny details instead of the sentence as a whole. Which again, not necessarily a bad thing, just a bit Okay. Cheers, Ramos. Motherfucker, what? I didn't even jump off that time. Okay, what is the way down? I have no clue. I'm at the top of this thing. I would just, look, it's showing me on a road. I should be on a fucking road right now. There is the road. It's complete. It's just below me. Fuck it. Right, there we go. This is the way I should actually be going. This time I'm not going to try and jump onto the side of the bridge, like in the Crash Bandicoot level. Head to this church, because I believe there's an item inside that can upgrade my something. Assume I haven't already got it. I haven't. Good. I'll tell you what, there's a mausoleum thing down there, a walking mausoleum. There it is. I might go pick up some, I might go bring that thing down and get another of Radahn's things. That's 40,000 runes, that's enough for a couple of levels. A couple of levels by bringing down a big rock turtle, that's fine. Right, you're dead. Oh, fuck. Oh, good, he's jumping. Oh no, he's turning. Is he? I have no idea. What? Okay, he's gone down, he's going down! Down comes the mausoleum! And now, hop, hop, skip. There's the door. This would be one of those annoying moments in some games where there would just be an enemy inside who would like face kick me. Remembrance of the Star Scourge, there we go. Now, On to the next order of business. I've got the thing which will increase the potency of my flasks, and now I found the marker. I believe there is a mausoleum somewhere in the vicinity. Can't remember exactly where though. Somewhere along this wall. They're usually in a cliff. Or along a cliff. Oh, hello, there's another person watching. Hello, other person. Is this going to be one of those instances where the other person immediately disappears, or is this someone I know? Is that you, Ellie? Could be Ellie. Could be just CD. No, he's probably still at school, or at least not going home so far. Parvs also says hello. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm looking for a mausoleum. Not mausoleum. Catacomb. There we are. I'm looking for a catacomb. So I'm trying to level up these motherfuckers. The mausoleum knights that I just got. So that I have an effective spirit summon. Slight problem with that, of course, being that I have no idea where one of these mausoleums is. I'm probably going to get the other ones wrong too. This is fun. This is going to be like the next 20 to 30 minutes of the stream is going to be me running around looking for things in the vague hope that I know where they are, which I don't. So, stone sword key, might as well use that. There might be something here. I'm bored, I'll fight something. What's in here for me to fight? Either that, or maybe there isn't another person path. Maybe YouTube has finally realised you're watching 30 minutes later. Yeah, he's dead. That was fun. What? That's new. That's interesting. Radigan's... I thought I had that. Oh, right, this one will raise my attributes slightly less. But will increase my damage to also increase my... Now, I should probably get rid of this. I'm not really into the whole taking more damage thing. Should probably run this instead. There we are. Even so, that's still not what I want to do. Right, there's the cliff. There will be a mausoleum, some catacomb, placed with annoying imps. That's what you call them. There will be a place with the annoying imps somewhere along this cliff. Probably. Maybe. Should probably touch Grace here too. Again, Game of the Year, everybody. I believe this thing was voted Game of the Year the year it came out. On PS5, the grass doesn't load. God, this game is a glitchy fuck show. It's absolutely mental. How many things are wrong with it? Things glitch, bosses attack in the wrong direction, things like swords or hands or giant frying pans, they go through the floor. Constant insanity and glitching. Just funny. I find it quite amusing sometimes how ridiculous this game is. And I'm in the wrong place, aren't I? There is no fucking catacomb here. Oh, hello, chair. There's a chair here. Why do so many people in this game seem to just want to sit down and die at a chair? Well, I'm sure there's a reason for it, lore-wise. Why are there so many people dead in chairs in Elden Ring? That's going to be an interesting one. Oh, we got a bit distracted by the new person and by your Ukrainianness. We were talking about League before. It was enjoyable. I liked talking about League. Always fun to talk about. You came up with the fact that you don't like Yasuo very much yesterday, which was perfectly fine. As me and Shin both said, not really your playstyle, is he? But, oh my god, where is the catacombs? Where are the catacombs here? I've got to be somewhere, but I have no clue. Tell you what would probably be effective would be if I actually, you know, got the map for this area first. That might make finding things a little easier. Just a thought. Just a tiny thought there. If I find the map for this place, it might make finding things a little easier. Oh, map found! Hooray! This also looks like the sort of giant stone cliffy place I would often have some sort of catacomb in it. Nope, but there is a bear! Hello, bear. Come on, I'm not fighting a bear right now. Can I open the map, please? The bear is nowhere near me anymore. Why won't it let me open the map? Cannot possibly still be aggroed onto me. There's a cliff, but there we are. There's a cliff between me and it. Somehow that bear has more aggro than some bosses. Dumbass bear. Okay. What if this looks like the sort of place where there... Ooh! That looks like the sort of place where there could be a mausoleum. Oh. I'm going to get this right one time. A catacomb. One time I'm going to get that correct in this stream. I'm going to say catacomb when I mean catacomb, instead of saying mausoleum. Site of Grace. You know what would be cool? Would be if at level 10 some of the spirit summons like evolved. Yep, there we are. This is the way, I remember it now. Like the lone wolves could become whatever those big white ones are. Those are low level wolves. If like maxed out, they become the big white ones. A bit bigger, a bit more aggressive. Now I interpret your silence, Doc, as that you don't want to talk about League anymore. See, I don't know why I'm doing that. I never know how to interpret anything you say. I know, I don't really care, Imp. I really don't. There we go. Oh, ballsack! It's the number 1! Also get the ghost one, which I don't need. Grave Glove Walk 2, hooray! I really don't know what to add. I don't really... I don't know, you said, Tell me more about how you think when you play, because you seem to really like outplaying. Like we established yesterday, you have a big thing for positioning. Your champions, they tend to require a lot of positioning. But you also said you don't tend to trust your allies, which I find rather counterintuitive for someone who enjoys playing champions who require correct positioning in a team fight, because positioning is half to do with where your enemies are and half to do with where your allies are. Well, interesting, good. Turn. That's number 2 down. My leg's falling asleep. There we go. So you have no thought process at all when you're playing? So you play on instinct? I don't know. We all have areas where we could definitely improve. I mean, my micro skills are still not the best. I can set up a wave for a slow push, but you know, when it comes to dueling enemies, for instance, I tend to fuck up. Tend to be very conservative with my ganking. I could probably gank a bit more. I just don't like wasting time on ganks. Much like you, I have a hard time trusting the people I play with. The number of times I've ganked mid lane, we've got off a whole, like playing with a Yone or a Quyanna or something, and we get off a whole bunch of abilities, hit the enemy very hard, like chunk them down to about 30% of their health. And what the fuck does the mid laner do immediately after that? Walks under the turret, trying to get just one more auto attack in, or something like that. And then I've wasted time and my abilities chunking down an enemy to give my mid laner, or my bot laner, or my top laner, complete control. Well, not usually top lane. You can't really go for prio ganks on top lane so easily because, you know, they're pretty hard to follow up on the top lane because the enemy top laner will have a lot of sustain most of the time. Darius's or Mundos or whatever, they can usually just hit the wave a couple of times and they'll regen all the health you just cost them. But we all have our ways of playing which are very consistent. I mean, you like controlling space. Shin likes hunting for kills to the detriment of literally everything else. Toes is the opposite. She likes not dying as much as possible in games and reliably scaling champions. Ashe and Senna being her go-tos as they reliably scale into the late game. Well, not so much Ashe, but even so, Ashe provides a lot of utility, as does Senna, throughout the laning phase, and scales into a decent DPS threat of her own in the late game phase. Not to mention good utility, Ashe with a long range, lots of damage stun, and Senna with a long range, lots of damage and heal. Not to mention Ashe slows, Senna heals. That's the same thing. Senna does healing and positioning speed, all of that. Ashe does the complete opposite. She does slows and area control and a bit more damage. Champions that reliably do things and that she can play safe with because they have utility in their kits. And it has good disengage. Ashe has good slows, which gives her disengage potential. It's hard to walk up to an Ashe with all of those arrows she shoots out, and the fact that her auto attacks slow you a bit. And of course, you all know my playstyle, very much centered around the clock. Centered around what's spawning when, centered around the 14-minute mark for lanes, all of that. I play around the things which are consistent, not just certain things. For instance, not just the objectives. The objectives will spawn at exact times. My allies will hit certain power spikes at certain times. For instance, I know that Kassadin, for instance, once he hits his level 16, is a very credible threat. I know that Vi has a massive power spike at level 6 when she has that ridiculous lockdown ability in her ultimate. I know that Jin becomes much more effective in a team fight. Oh, hello, Martin Francis. There is a person here. Hello. Hang on, I think you've been here before. I don't have so many names in the chat that I can generally forget them. I think I've had a Martin Francis before. Oh, bollocks! Wait, no. Why did you hear a glitch sound? I believe that is the water fountain near me. Oh good, there's another one of you. Give me just a tick, guys. I'm going to mute the stream for a second. disengage protection. Total. Hey, can anyone hear me any better right now? Go. Sorry. Give me just a tick. I can't actually see the stream. Yes, I was the person who got mad and annoyed. No, I'm not frying anything. No, that actually is the water fountain that my cats use. It was my sister's idea. She thought that the cats would prefer running water because they were always so invested in the tap. They were like, ooh, running water. They find taps very interesting, so she decided to get a cat tap water fountain for them to drink from. Oh, balls, arrows. Oh, hello, you're jumping from the ceiling again. Great. Right. And yes, I did get irritated at you. I'm not going to apologise for that. You literally clicked on a stream entitled Irritable Punk. What were you expecting? Yes, I did kill the elderly dragon. Killed the elderly dragon, harvested all of the souls, and then accidentally put them all into stamina. Not stamina, into mind stats rather than stamina. Which, I'll admit, was not my brightest move. There you go, that one's dead. That's fine, you can forget me if you like. I really only stream because I talk to myself while I game anyway, and it's a nice way to trick myself into, you know, the whole talking to myself thing being for a reason other than just being a sign of my own insanity. Still number 2. Come on, I need Grave Glovewort 3. That's what I'm looking for. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is there any in here? I'm not mad at you, that's just the way... Parv, that does not make a great deal of sense. But okay. As for you feeling I'm mad at you, I'm afraid I can't help with that. I give off that vibe. I can try to assure you that I'm not mad at you. But that is legitimately just how my voice sounds most of the time. Anyway, that's Grave Glovewort 3. Good. Not yet. I haven't acquired the Bleak Talisman yet. That's going to be on my list, but first I need to get into the city. And because I am not a huge fan of many of the late game bosses, I'm getting a spirit summon I actually like. Well, a couple of spirit summons actually that I actually like before I head there. I've got the Mausoleum Knights, which are good for bosses that, you know, I'll need someone to break up aggro on. Like Margit, for instance, and and Morg. Oh, who cares? Do you like to get irritated? I prefer irritated than bored, so yeah, sure. I mean, I play with Shin and Toes in League constantly. Toes gives up if she even dies like twice in a row. Not to mention complains constantly and asks dumb questions like, why is he so fast? Because he is a fucking singed. And Shin ints like crazy and then says, I'm a good player, when he has 50 CS less than his enemy and has died 8 times. So, like I say, I like to be interested. I like to be annoyed, yes, I guess it's certainly preferable than being bored most of the time. Sorry, I just completely blanked. I don't think there's an armor that increases my bleed damage. But even so, I'm mostly going for the damage on the jumping attacks. Bleed is kind of be like a secondary thing. If I wanted bleed, I'd have gone for the bandit swords or some other curved sword. No, I'm really going more for the I also need to figure out how to get heavy infusion on my scythes. I think there's a whetstone knife for that or something I'll need, but I haven't the foggiest where I would find it. Tell you what, this is the ideal place to test out the Mausoleum Knights, and oh, I'm a muppet. Oh wow, you guys do not do a lot of damage. And ooh, they're all dead. Not all dead, no, one of them's still kicking. Ball sack. Yeah, whoa, these guys don't do... Oh, right! I should not be in any way surprised, because before actually summoning them, maybe I should have remembered to level them up. Because I'm a mutton head! No, I got it because it has good base damage and very good, what's the word I'm looking for? It has good base damage, but also in particular has very good two-handed jumping attack and very good what's the word I have. Sorry, I'm very bad. Somehow, despite the fact that I talk to myself constantly, I actually have problems keeping my thoughts in the correct order while doing shit like fighting while under the effects of Scarlet Rot. Right, the scythes both have an A scaling in strength at higher levels. Boom, dead. I may have died too, but who fucking cares? I killed him! Hooray! Now I just need to go back here because I wasn't even like interested in killing that guy. I don't have a sword. Blood Flame, I don't think so, no. And as I said, I'm really not going for any like fancy schmancy infusions or standardized builds or all of that. I'm never. I mean, I've got like a really basic build here. I've got this flask is the one I'm pretty much going to stick with the whole way through. It's going to give me a shield which blocks one attack and progressively increase my health over a little while. And I'm going to use 200 jumping attacks, 2 heavy scythes. I've got the cloak that does that. I've got Bloodhound's Step, which I prefer over the regular what's the word? Dodge roll most of the time because I just find it more effective.
I have Bloodhound Step for that. I have jumping attacks. I have damage. I have Kukris if I need a bit of range. I have Spirit Summons. I have a shield. That's about it. That's all I really need. And out I go. This is my way of like looking at it. If I have to spend yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think Blood Flame would probably be good, but I have no idea where to find it or what it does, and also I need Bloodhound Step equipped on at least one of my scythes. Like I said, I really like Bloodhound Step as my Ash of War, so I'm not interested in getting rid of that. I just find it like a really useful tool most of the time. Oh, right, yes, that's another thing I need to go and do, isn't it? I am now going to go and pick up something. I've forgotten what. I'm not picking up anything, I'm climbing to the top of a tower. I'm going to go to the top of that tower, and I'm going to get Radahn's seal thing, whatever you call it. Great Rune, that's it. I'm going to get Radahn's Great Rune from the top of that tower, which is just going to be so much fun to climb, I'm sure. Bye bye bear. No interest in fighting a bear right now. You don't drop enough runes to be even remotely worth killing. It is not a chip. It actually was a bag of chips from a while ago, but it was entirely empty. I needed something to spit my gum into. You say chips instead of crisps, so I'm guessing you're American. What the fuck? Bastard. Sure, he can stab me through the fucking wall, through the ladder. The ladder only exists for my scythe. It can block my scythe, it can't block a fucking spear or fire or whatever you call it. Oh no, I suppose if you're speaking English as a second language, you probably would have picked up American dialect from television, rather than having learned the British pronunciations of things, as our dialect is far less propagated across the world. So you would call them chips even if you're European or from some other part of the world. Because even the French I've heard, who live right, because I live in France and I live right next to England, geographically speaking anyway, and yet the French, they still call them chips half the time when they mean crisps. And I say, why do you say that? And they say, oh, I heard it on television. I thought that's how the English said it. Ah, you learned it from YouTube. Fair enough. Well, television, YouTube, streaming, whatever you call it. Yeah. Human's Rune. 12,000 souls, that is. Whoa! That was very close. Oh, I'm not dead! Hooray! Time for some more climbing. Once I get Radahn's Great Rune, I'll be able to increase both my health and stamina even more. Which is what I want. I like health, I like stamina, I like a bit of damage. The passive bleed build-up is useful, but it's more like a bonus than the specific need for it. I like the build, but I'm more into the moveset than the bleed build up, if you know what I mean. Like, I did a bleed build once. In fact, my first ever playthrough of Elden Ring, I got to the end, was with the Great Stars. I had the Great Stars in one hand, and in two hands, Wild Strikes, and I'd use Frostbite Grease, and I'd just stand in front of things in super heavy armour, spam the Ash of War, or even just hold in L1, flail the stick around above my head in a circle like this, and I would progressively damage them, proc bleed build up, proc frostbite. And it would usually work. Like, you'd be surprised how far you can go in a game only dealing damage to things by standing in front of them and spinning a stick above your head. It was a really low stress way to play, especially since I barely even bothered getting out of the way of half the attacks. I would just stand in front of them and face tank them most of the time. Unless of course the boss did some sort of special pose before the attack. If they do a special pose and start to glow anime colour. Australia is not the same as Britain. They have very different dialects and very different cultures. Australia is about as similar to Britain as America is, wherein they speak the same language, yes. Is there anything else about their culture which is even remotely the same? Niet. Niet. Nein. No. Or in Spanish, no. Right, that's Radahn's Rune grabbed. I'm gonna go level up my Mausoleum Knights. Do I have the thing? Do I have the thing? Do I have the thing? I do have the thing, but I can use it if I two-hand it. Oh, well, that's the thing to do. At the start of a fight, I'll equip these. I'll equip this in two hands. Summon my stuff, those guys. Put down Rallying Standard to give them some extra oomph in the fight. Once I've done all that, I'll head back and just back off a tiny bit. Level up. Bollocks. You might see me tomorrow. I don't stream on any sort of schedule, but sure. See ya. Probably gonna end the stream pretty soon anyway, as soon as I get into the capital. That's enough for 3 levels at least. Two levels. Oh great. Some more strength at least. Apply a great rune. Radahn's great rune. Let's go up here. She outed herself. It's an open server, mate. Anyone can join. Ah, she left. Oh no! Someone who has watched exactly one of my streams and only came to tell me, stop playing this bullshit and play League with us. I'm so sad that she decided to leave the Discord server. First time I came up against this guy, he kicked my ass. Now I'm literally barely even paying attention to the fight. You again. You really want to do this again? Really? Fine. Bring it. Oh, come on. Yeah, of course, I was standing further away the first time, but never mind, because I'm rolling the second time, I don't get hit. There you go, you're dead. Was fighting me worth it? Was it, really? No. No, it wasn't. Bell end. Right, well. Now that the bell end has died, on to the next. Oh look, it's going to be a boss which is similar to one of the other bosses, but this one's got a twist. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because once you fought this boss, which is similar to a boss that has already shown up 3 times in the game, you'll then, later on, fight another boss which is exactly the same as this one. Oh look! These things are bosses sometimes. Sometimes they're regular enemies. This game has a boss problem. It makes everything a boss, even the things which don't need to be a boss. Gigantic open world. Hundreds of dungeons. We must fill them. We must put a boss at the end of each. So the problem with that is that you only paid people to come up with about 30 bosses. There you go. Oh, bollocks. Double bollocks. Don't have enough for any of those, but fine. Fine. Oh wow, these things are not that tanky. I mean, they're only level 4, so I wasn't expecting any like super great things, but fucking hell, you'd think they'd be able to take a couple of hits. You'd also think I'd be able to dodge a fucking fireball with the most effective dash in the game. Can I do that? No. Well, that was fine. I wasn't really expecting to be winning that one anyway, because I started with no mana. Now then. Use that. And that. Inventory. Equipment. Let's go. Bring it on, bastards. Tanky, but they sure are annoying, aren't they? Because there's 5 of them. Go for breaking up aggro. Second the aggro's onto them. And if he's aggroed onto me, he can't deal with them. And they're small, but they do a decent amount of damage if they all attack at once. Okay. Okay, yeah, I like these guys. So, it's a legion of incompetent morons. I think I'll name all of them. I'll call them Player, Mike, Shin, Toes, and Mohammed. The first one to die shall always be Shin. That was fun. I think I'm done for the stream for today. I like this build. I like it a lot. It can really just give me everything I need. Give me good health, good damage. Makes the game fun. Okie dokie. Apart from about to play League, if you want to join, you don't have to.